Hi friends, welcome you all to Phule Spoken English Classes. Okay, today we will discuss about uh, past continuous tense. Yesterday we discussed about present continuous tense. Today let us discuss about past continuous tense. We already studied simple tenses, simple present, simple past, and simple future. We have completed, and yesterday we discussed the past continuous tense. Today let us discuss about past continuous tense and where it is used and all. Okay, basically there are three tenses: present, past, and future. And present tense is divided into four levels: past tense into four, and future tense into four. So let us study about um, past continuous tense today. See, the past continuous tense is used to tell an action that was going on at some point of time in the past. See, for example, we are here and we are discussing about yesterday. Yesterday at 5 o'clock, Ravi was watching a movie. Yesterday at 5 o'clock, Ravi was playing cricket, like this. Last year, Raju was studying engineering. So, like this, to tell some action was going on at some past event or past time. For example, if you take this as a time scale, so if you take this as a time scale, this is a past here and this is a future here. So at some point, some at this time, for example, this can be any past event or time. So this action was going on like this. So past continuous tense. So for example, yesterday at 5 o'clock, Raju was eating food. When I went to his house, he was cooking food. So like this, to tell some action, and sometimes this is required. It is not used much as present continuous tense. Is not that much used, but it is used some action at some point of time. See, when we are telling a story like this, a man was cutting a tree near the bank of a river. We see you like that. Okay, Manshi would cut. He was cutting a tree near the branch of a river, like this. When I was going to market, a scooterist hit me and I fell down. When I was going to market, when I went going to market, I saw my childhood friend. I met my childhood friend, like this. We use, or when I was going to market, I fell down and I was injured when I was going. So like this, some action which was going on at some point of time in the past, we use past continuous tense. Past, it is also called past progressive tense. Progressive means going on. See, for example, in 2010, Raju was studying in Hyderabad. In 2015, he was working in that company. In 2015, Ravi was working in Microsoft company. We use like that. So the purpose is to tell something this was going on at some point of time in the past. We use past continuous tense. So this is the present, this is the past and the future. So we are here and thinking about some past. At that time, this was going on. Simple past, difference between simple past and past continuous tense is: yesterday Raju went to market. I cooked food. I ate banana. I passed 10th class. So this action was going on some point of time in the past. It completed. But this past continuous is at that time, this action was going on. When I was studying 10th class, Hari came to Hyderabad. నేను 10th class చదువుతున్నప్పుడు హరి హైదరాబాద్కి వచ్చాడు. So like this, we use past continuous tense. When I was studying 10th class. So the purpose of past continuous tense to describe that something was going on at some point of time. Whereas simple past, completed in the past. We may mention time, we may skip time. Whereas past continuous tense is used at some point of time in that this action was going on, or at some event when this event occurred, this was going on. So like this, we use past continuous tense. Here are some examples here. She was reading a book when I went to her house. See here, she was reading a book. When I went to her house, here time has not mentioned, that event has mentioned. I went to her house at that time, she was reading a book. This action was going on at some point of time. What time? When I went to her house, this event, at that event occurred, she was reading a book, like this. Srejal was cooking food yesterday at 10 a.m. She was cooking. Was and undenu. So time is here in this cooking verb is time is not there. So in this one time is there. Srejal was cooking food yesterday at 10 a.m. నిన్న 10 o'clock Srejal వంట చేస్తూ ఉండేను. So like that. Ramu was studying engineering. Ramu was studying engineering in 2010. 2010లో రాము ఇంజనీరింగ్ చదువుతూ ఉండేను. So like this. They were living in London when she was 5 years old. When this girl was 5 years old, they were living in London. So like that. వారు నివసిస్తూ ఉండిరి. So this is used past tense ఏమో వారు ఉన్నారు అక్కడ, వారు నివసిస్తూ ఉండిరి. ఇట్ వాస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్. ఒక he was cutting a tree, అతను చెట్టు కొడుతూ ఉండేను. So past continuous means is that at some point of time this action was going on. That where we use that, there we use past continuous tense. Now past progressive tense is an activity that was in progress at specific point of time in the past. The emphasis on the duration, like this. So it was started here and it was going on. It's a past time. I was studying for an exam while my mother was cooking dinner. So here also one more example is like this. This past progressive or past continuous tense. I was studying for my exam while my mother was cooking dinner. So this was going on. Duration means at that time this was going on. To describe that when I was studying for my exam, my mother was cooking food, like this. We were walking in the park around 7 p.m. last time. So these are some more examples I want to show. Next is we're talking about this one. It started here and it was going on. So to show that an action was in progress when another event occurred, this was some duration. This is another way of usage of past continuous tense. I was taking bath when the doorbell rang. This is the time when doorbell rang. It was going on for some time, but that time it was action going on. I was taking bath when the doorbell rang. Okay. They were eating dinner when the neighbors stopped for a visit. Okay. They were eating dinner when the neighbors stopped for a visit. So that the neighbors stopped for a visit and the neighbors వాళ్ళని కలవడానికి వచ్చారు, అప్పుడు వాళ్ళు తింటూ ఉండిరి. So this action was going on. So like that, past progressive we use. One more example I want to show, and I've shown here. And here are the B forms, very important B forms which we are using in continuous tenses or passive voices, many ways. Okay, B means unduta. So these are the B form. These are all present tense. What these are all called? See, B means the present tense. Am, is, are present tense. These three are present tense, and was and were are past tense, and will be is a future tense. Okay, B అంటే ఉండుట. You be there, అక్కడ ఉండండి మీరు. Be careful, జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండండి. See for example, am ఉన్నాను, I ఉన్నాను. So I'm translating into Telugu because just to clear the difference, any idea difference is there, just I'm translating, but you should not translate. You have to see the dictionary in English and follow that. Am, I ఉన్నాను. Am మల్లేశం, నేను మల్లేశం అయి ఉన్నాను. Am a teacher, నేను టీచర్ అయి ఉన్నాను. Okay, she is the doctor, ఆమె డాక్టర్ అయి ఉన్నది. He is రవి, ఇతను రవి అయి ఉన్నాడు. He is a teacher, టీచర్ అయి ఉన్నాడు. ఆర్ ఉన్నారు. You are a student, మీరు స్టూడెంట్ అయి ఉన్నారు. She was ఉండెను. She was a small girl. Okay, were ఉండిరి. They were small children, వాళ్ళు చిన్న పిల్లలు అయి ఉండిరి. Will be అంటే ఉంటారు. Okay, she will be a collector, ఆమె కలెక్టర్ అయి ఉండును ఆ టైం నాటి. So these are all present B form, past B form, future B form. So proper B form we have to use. Okay, so in continuous tenses we use past continuous tenses, we use past B form. Present continuous tenses, present B form. That the further purpose I am showing it again, but already you have studied, but I am showing it here again. See, here, see the subject, verb, and some extra words are here. So here, I is the first person, we is the first person, you, they. Okay, you is a plural, second person, they is a plural, he, she, it is a third person. So I, for here for I we use some helping verb. Okay, so here are some verb forms I'm showing here. These are the different persons, verb forms. Verb one, so I'm showing drink, time is there, meaning is there. Drank, time is there, meaning is there. Drunk, verb 3, and drinking, verb 4. So this is a past participle, this is a present participle. Participle is a word which works partly as a verb, partly as an adjective. So here it works, meaning is there for the drunk, but the time is not there. And in the drinking also, meaning is there, time is not there. Whereas will drink, time is there, meaning is there. I will drink tomorrow. So భవిష్యత్తులో తాగుతాను. I drink, నేను తాగుతాను ఇప్పుడు. I drank, తాగాను గతంలో. ఈ I drunk లో ఎప్పుడు తాగావు నువ్వు? లేదు. డ్రింకింగ్ ఎప్పుడు తాగుతున్నావు? నిన్ననా, ఇప్పుడా, రేపా? So the time is not there in these participles. So for this one, to make it a complete sentence, we have to use help of a time. So I am drinking milk. Okay, they have drunk. So you vaadinappudu, so we have to take the help of helping verb to give complete meaning for the sentence. So the point I want to mention here is this whenever we use drunk and drink, we have to take the help of helping verb to make a complete sense. So here was is watching is there, movie. So I was watching a movie. నేను సినిమా చూస్తూ ఉంటేని. ఫర్ ఐ సబ్జెక్ట్ వాజ్ ఐ am using. We were watching a movie then. అప్పుడు మేము సినిమా చూస్తూ ఉంటేమి. You were watching a movie. They were watching a movie. He was watching a movie. She was watching a movie. Then it was watching a movie. Ram was watching a movie. Sneha was watching a movie. So like this we use this help of this be form. So for past continuous tense we are using past be form and any verb. Okay, I was playing cricket yesterday at 5 o'clock. Sita was cooking dinner at 10 o'clock. The boy was reading a book at 10 o'clock yesterday. So like this we use past continuous tense, and based on the subject we have to use corresponding was. Singular, if it is a singular we use was, and if it is plural we use were. But you అనేది సింగులర్ ఫ్లూరల్ వాడతాం కనుక సింగులర్ లేదు, ఫ్లూరలే ఉంటుంది, వర్ అని వాడుతుంటాం అన్నట్టు. Okay, that is the difference you have to keep in your mind. So this is the past continuous tense structure: subject, past be form, verb form, and everything. So in all continuous tenses, subject, the be form, verb form, and some object or extra words. So this be forms, if it is present tense, present be form will be there. It is past tense, past be form will be there. It is future tense, future be form will be there. So that's why if you learn one continuous present continuous tense properly, past continuous tense and future continuous tenses are same. Only thing is this be form changes. That you have to keep in your. This is the positive sentence. And nenu chestanu, you were watching a movie, you were cooking food, you were studying engineering, then appudu engineering చదువుతూ ఉంటుంది. So this is past continuous tense లో past, ఇది పాజిటివ్ సెంటెన్స్. దీన్ని నెగిటివ్ చేయాలంటే ఏంటిది? వెరీ ఈజీ. ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ ఉంది, దాని పక్కన ఒక నాట్ యాడ్ చేయడమే. I was not watching movie then. We were not watching movie then. Okay, they were not watching movie then. She wasn't watching movie then. Ram wasn't watching movie then. Okay, I wasn't studying engineering. Okay, I wasn't playing cricket. Okay, she wasn't reading a book. She wasn't playing in the park. So she wasn't. So కొంచెం basically beginning లో was not అని చెప్పండి, afterwards you can use wasn't. Okay, she wasn't playing cricket. She wasn't reading a book. She wasn't cooking food. So this is the negative sentence structure for past continuous tense. Now let us see question. So for the question, this helping verb, subject, be form, verb form, and object or complement is there. That helping verb, you take it outside, it will become a question. So any subject, positive statements and negative statements starts with a subject, question starts with a helping verb. That helping verb is we are bringing. Already in continuous tenses, helping verb is visible. You are pushing it outside, it will become a question. Was I watching a movie then? Were you watching a movie then? Were they watching a movie? Was he watching a movie then? Was Ramu watching a movie? Was it watching a movie? Were you playing cricket? Were you sleeping? Were you traveling to Delhi? Were you studying engineering at that time? In 2010, were you studying in Delhi? Were you living in Delhi? So like this, was she living in Delhi at that time? Our time up at Delhi lo untundeda. So like this, we use past continuous tense lo. Questions starts with a helping verb and followed by subject, verb form, and object or complement. So this is the structure for positive questions for past continuous tense. To make it a negative question, what do we do? Wasn't I watching a movie then? Weren't we watching a movie then? అంటే మనం చూస్తూలేమా? See, was I watching and were you watching? మీరు చూస్తూ ఉన్నారా? Positive question. Were not you watching? మీరు చూస్తూ లేరా? Were not you living in Delhi at that time? మీరు అప్పుడు ఢిల్లీలో ఉంటూ లేరా? So like this we use Native questions sometimes it required. That's why we use not much, but we have to learn. Okay, weren't they watching movie then? Okay, wasn't she watching a movie at that time? Wasn't she studying engineering at that time? Okay, was not Ramu playing cricket? Ramu cricket ఆడుతులేడా? అట్లా. So like this we use past continuous tense negative questions. Next, this is the summary of the summary of past continuous tenses. These 4 sentences only. Positive sentence, negative sentence, positive question, negative question. So this summary we have to understand. If you understand this one, everything is over. What is this here? She was reading a book. Sorry. So this is a present continuous tense I have shown. Sorry. So here this is to be. So yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, please look at the screen. This is a present continuous slide I have posted here. See here, is there. So this is she is reading a book. ఆ పుస్తకం చదువుతున్నది. She, okay, she is not reading a book then. ఆ పుస్తకం చదువుతలేదు. Is she reading a book then? Is not she reading? This is the present continuous tense, 4 sentences. So here the B form is showing as the present tense. So to make it past tense, this is replaced with was. That's all. She was reading a book then. ఆమె అప్పుడు పుస్తకం చదువుతూ ఉండేను. She was not reading a book. ఇక్కడ is తీసేసి she was better and future continuous అవుతుంది. That's all. Past continuous అవుతుంది. Okay? Wasn't. Okay? Here is she isn't. So she was watching, she was reading a book at that time. She was not reading a book at that time. Okay, was she reading a book at that time? Was not she reading a book at that time? So like this we use the summary of the 4 tenses is like this. But here I'm showing here is that should be replaced with was. Okay, you keep in your mind here we have to write was. Okay, she was. Okay, was she reading a book? Was not she reading a book? So that we have to replace is with was to make it a past continuous. To make it a future continuous tense, she will be reading a book tomorrow at this time. So the change, the structure of the sentence is not changing, only that B form is changing. That's why if you learn present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous tense will be easy. Okay. See here, some examples here. What the examples here is, she was cooking food then. At that time, she was cooking food. Okay, when you are talking about that, she was cooking food then. They were going to market yesterday at this time. They were going. See, this past B form. See, they are going is the present continuous tense. They were going to a market at that time. వారప్పుడు మార్కెట్ కు వెళ్తూ ఉంటరి. So we use like that. They were going to market. She was studying MBBS in 2010. Ramu was driving the car at that time. Who was driving then? When the accident happened, who was driving? Ramu was driving the car, like this. Okay, he was watching a movie. Sorry. And Sheila was dancing then. Okay, I was writing a letter at that time. You were listening to music. అప్పుడు మీరు మ్యూజిక్ వింటూ ఉంటరి. టీచర్ వాజ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ టు ద స్టూడెంట్స్. టీచర్ వాళ్ళకి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తూ ఉండేను. సో లైక్ దిస్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద సమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఫర్ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ టెన్స్, past continuous tense sentences. So here I am showing some more examples what we did. So here positive sentence, negative sentence, positive question. See, the first I am showing here positive sentence. Okay, what is the positive? I was writing a letter. Here was is the verb here. I was writing a letter. Negative చేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేసినాం? ఈ was పక్కన not యాడ్ చేసాం. I was not writing a letter then. So ఈ was తీసుకొచ్చి ముందు పెడితే క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి? That we have to understand in every continuous tense. Was I writing a letter? Oh, I forgot the question mark here. Was I writing a letter then? నేను అప్పుడు లెటర్ రాస్తూ ఉంటినా. He was cooking food. అతను వంట చేస్తూ ఉండేను. Okay, he was cooking food then. He was not cooking food. అతను అన్నం వండుతూ లేడు. Was he cooking food? అతను అన్నం వండుతూ ఉండేనా? Like this. Next, సబ్జెక్ట్ యూ ఉందనుకోండి. యూ వర్ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ కార్. మీరు అప్పుడు కార్ నడుపుతూ ఉంటుంది. యూ వర్ నాట్ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ కార్. మీరు కార్ నడుపుతూ లేరు. వర్ యూ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ కార్. మీరు కార్ నడుపుతూ ఉండిరా అప్పుడు. సో లైక్ దిస్ అలా వి యూస్ వర్ యూ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ కార్. యూ వర్ నాట్ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ కార్. వాజ్ హీ కుకింగ్ ఫుడ్. అతను అన్నం వండుతూ ఉండేనా? Was not he cooking food? He was cooking food. So the difference here is this B form Here, as I said in the present continuous tense, yeah, you used yesterday. I am writing a letter. I'm not writing a letter. Am I writing a letter? If you use past present continuous, he is writing a letter. He is cooking food. He is not cooking food. Is he cooking food? You are cooking food. You are driving a car. You are not driving a car. Are you driving a car? So in present continuous tense like that. If you use future continuous tense, we use instead of this was, will be, you will use will be. I will be writing a letter. Okay. I will not be writing a letter. So like this, we use different continuous tenses. So this is the end of our class, dear friends. Thank you all for listening to. So these classes are being sponsored by Lions Club of Nagaram Savitribai Phule and the People's Welfare Trust. So with the Lions Club is a international global organization, non-governmental organization working in more than 200 countries, doing services to the humanity and teaching passion అంటే help your fellow be human beings అని చెప్పి motto Lions Club work చేస్తుంది. Our logo is we serve. Okay, and our club was named after Mother Savitribai Phule, who was the first woman teacher in India. Taking her inspiration, we started our club and doing our services what the possible with us. Okay, and now we will end here. Thank you for listening to the class patiently.